Hello and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Ormark and I'm a UK independent, excuse me, Stampin' Up demonstrator. And today, oh my goodness, we're looking at another new stamp set which is coming in the new annual catalogue, which is available in May. Catalogues are on their way out to everybody, so all of my customers who have shopped with me in the last 6 months will be getting a catalogue absolutely free, so watch out for it. And this one is called Wild and Sweet. It is just the most beautiful little image with a panda asleep in a tree, a koala bear in a tree, and a lovely little raccoon walking across the grass. I think they're beautiful. And I thought I would do the panda to start off with because it is a huge, huge image. So it's that size. Let me measure it for you because it's a really good sized image. So it measures to that side, it measures 4 and just make sure I've got it all in, other than it's not hanging over the edge. So it's basically 4.5 inches. So 4.5 inches that way by, in there, by 3.25 inches. So you know it's a big sized stamp. So what I've done is I have just stamped it in, just to save a bit of time. I've stamped it in just Memento black ink, and you can see the image is just beautiful. And I've cut it out in one of the contour dies, which are called, if I still got them in here, they are called the Scalloped Contours dies. So I've just cut one out in that. Because it gives that lovely edge. And now we're going to very simply, I know a lot of people get a bit worried about colouring, so I thought I would show you a really easy way to colour. And we're going to colour using the new or one of the new in colours, and we're going to use in fact we're going to use a couple of them. So we've got Starry Sky and Orchid Oasis, which will give the sky round it. And then for the leaves, I'm going to choose, because they're bamboo, I'm going to choose the Parakeet Party. I'm just using some sponge daubers, and I just need to get a new one out for this one. I've used I'm just starting to use my new one. So we want a green, we want a blue, and then I'm just going to take out any brown really to just do the branch. So rather than colouring and it taking a long time, just get a sponge dauber. And all I'm doing is, and this is what the residue that's left on this, so it's a brown, I don't know quite which one it is. It's probably one of the ones that's just retired because I was using it quite a lot, which is the cinnamon cider. But literally all you're going to do is to brush with your sponge dauber around, just very carefully up through there. So you can see you've got your brown colouring and it's taken just a few seconds. Now we're going to use the Parakeet Party, and this is going to be very juicy because it's brand new. So take a scrap. In fact, let's take these bits of scrap because these are what I've been die cutting out, so I know I'm not necessarily going to be using some of these. And take your sponge dauber. This is a new one. I'm inking it up and I'm just turning round and loading up. So what I'm doing is trying to load up this brush so that it's so it just gives me the colour I want, but not too much. So again, all we need to do is on this little bit here is to just go through, and it's going to come over the edge, but that doesn't matter because it's giving that just that little look of the little bits of bamboo shoots with a little bit of colour on. Okay, so that's given that bit of colour. Okay, so now we're going to go to, and I think I'm going to use the Orchid Oasis for the inside part of this. So again, a sponge dauber, ink it up, and again I'm going to take a bit of scrap because I don't want it to be too juicy. So I'm just sort of loading my brush up, or loading my dauber up, and then it just gives me enough to go through and to do these pieces here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go round and do the sky. So I'm just literally going round and very gently just going through round, and you can see I'm not loading up my sponge dauber again. I'm just taking what's on there, what I've taken off, because you want it to be quite pale. So I'm doing this, and obviously a panda is black and white, so you want to have him so that there's a little bit of extra definition in here. So I'm just going round. I'm going to go round in on this bit. I can bring this in a bit so that it comes in where the green is. And you can see I'm not sort of going right the way up to the edge because I'm going to be using two colours for this. So I'm just going to take the excess bits to just clean this brush off, or this sponge dauber off, because I try and have one for each of the colours. So that can now go back into the pot like this. That's got that one. Now the last one is going to be the starry sky, because what I want to do with this is to close this one up, is to take the starry sky round the sides. So because these complement each other really well, so I'm just going to take this off, and I want to go round with the starry sky just on the outside part of this. So I don't want it to go over the stitching very much. I just want it to go in on the side. So I can load it up a little bit more if I want to, but because it's new and it's very juicy, it's my old adage, you can always add, but you can't take away. So if I need to do some more, I can take it up and take the excess off, and then I can put it round, and we've got these two colours then complementing each other. So let me just go round in on here. Okay, so that's got the two colours. So you've got the pale inside, and you can see how they are very similar. And then I want to have this sponged to just pick up the definition of these pieces here. So this is going to then become darker. So we've now got the two colours. And I'm just literally just doing that so that you've got the definition. So you can see that those two colours complement each other really nicely. And I've said that I think I will use both of them together quite a lot, because you've got that, just that sort of light and dark, and you can see that, you know, they do complement each other very well. So with that in mind, I'm going to take the darker, so that is the starry sky, and I'm going to put my piece in on the starry sky, but I want to have it on a piece of white. So I just need to cut myself, because I don't think I've got a piece cut because I've been doing quite a lot, so just bear with me 2 seconds. It's going to be off camera because I'm just literally cutting this up very quickly. So I've got a mat for the inside, and I only need to do one like that. Okay, so that's my little mat piece to go inside, and I always do it so it's 1/4 of an inch because I like 1/4 of an inches because I like to be able to show it off. Now I will cut something out of the inside of this, but then we've got this in, and you can see you've got your 2 colours in there that coordinate. And then what I did, I took, because I really like this image on here, I took from, where is it? Have I put it back in again? No, I haven't. I've got it up here somewhere, haven't I? Right. From the Nothing's Better Than. Absolutely love this because I love some of the sayings. Because adulting is hard, I thought this was a great one to send to a girlfriend, because he's really sort of just snoozing, or she's snoozing in the tree, just like, oh, because it's been such a tough day. So I'm going to put that in on there. And that's with the Orchid Oasis. So Starry Sky is on this part, and the Orchid Oasis is on the inside part, and also on the just the mat of that sentiment, because as I say, I think that complementing those two together works really well. So I would probably put this up with a dimensional to just give it a little height, but I would put that in across like that, and you've then got a lovely really good card. I've also done another one so I can show you it finished, because that was my first one and I thought, oh, I really like this, so I wanted to come on and show you. So that's it in the Orchid Oasis and the Starry Sky. And then the other one I did in the lovely Tahitian Tide, and I've mounted, you know, it's finished, and I've added just a couple of gems in there. They're not the, we've got some gems that match the new in colours, which I haven't got yet. These are from the old in colours, but they tie in quite nicely because they pick up the colours. So again, this was just done with the stitched rectangles, and I obviously had cut that out of the base. So I've got a piece, here we go, that I've cut out of the base, so I can then keep that and use that for something else, because as I say, when you've got new in colours, you haven't necessarily got lots of them, so it then works on there. And this was my first stamp, so it's slightly lighter in stamping, but I think it looks lovely as well. So I hope you enjoyed that. That's the new Wild and Sweet in the new annual catalogue, and some of the new in colours. So thank you so much for watching me. As always, please stay safe and well. Please be kind, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye.